hamuko na shida na Wakikuyu kuliko sisi wa Kalenjin.
A very good evening and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your greatest support. I normally say that feedback is normally the key thing in any form of communication, and therefore I have to appreciate you for the support, what you're doing, watching the videos, liking, sharing. Guys, thank you very much. God bless you. Asanteni sana. You are so many, I can't mention all of you. People like JB, people like Efferson Siringa, Power of Trinity, Elme 254. Guys, you are so many. Billion. You are so many, I can't mention all of you. I'll just request you to do me one thing. Just tell me where you're watching this video from. If you're within the country, tell me which part of the country. And if you're outside the country, you can as well tell me which country, or just drop me the flag at the comment section so that I can know, or I can figure it out by myself. Thank you those who are watching from Australia, those who are watching from UK. Guys, you're doing a wonderful job. From Germany, you're so many guys. And I know you are watching from different places, which you're going to tell me at the comment section. Those are from Makueni, Machakos, Mombasa, Kitui, Taita Taveta, Meru, Nyeri. Guys in Nairobi, thank you guys. God bless you. Asanteni sana. Now, as we get into this discussion, I've got two things to talk about. But first things first, let me start by this issue of teachers going to State House today. I talked about this in the previous video, and I feel like let me also talk about this briefly before we get into this discussion, because as you watch these videos, as you watch these things, you find that there are a lot of things that you're coming to learn. And in my previous video, I talked about why William Ruto wanted these teachers to go to State House and its repercussions. But now here, I've had the Secretary General of NAT, that is OU.
I listened to His Excellency, and I want to be very frank. As teachers, when we went to college, one thing stood by us. No one taught like this man. And I must say here and now, without mincing an outer of word, Your Excellency, you're a perfect teacher. Hands-on. Hands-on. You know close to everything. Everything. I'll imitate you from now, Your Excellency. This is a historic event. I would wish that after every 2 years, Your Excellency, we come back here for Walimu na Rais. Solidarity. 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 This sector needs peace more than ever. And you'll agree with me, in all our schools, performing schools have peace. This country needs peace for education to cherish. I want to thank you, Your Excellency. You brought on board every other person in this country to work with. And that is why, as a Secretary General on behalf of teachers, members of Kenya National Union of Teachers, I want to say, Kumi bila break. Kumi bila break. Broad-based government is the way to go.
That is OU. And Mr. OU, I'm trying to wonder whether these teachers, they have enough votes to make William Ruto the president. I'm really trying to wonder. One thing I'm failing to understand is that look at the condition of your workplaces. Look at the way you are surviving. How are you really surviving as teachers? How much are you being paid? You're being paid peanuts. And then you are going to State House, and then you are saying that, oh, William Ruto is a teacher. So right now, William Ruto is not a William Ruto has been a president. William Ruto is a president. William Ruto has been an evangelist. William has been a pastor, a choir master, you know, and prayer. How do you call him? Prayer what? Prayer warrior. Right now he's a teacher. So all these things are in one person. But my problem is not even that. My problem is this. You are teachers. Only how many teachers went to State House? Let's say they were around 10,000. So 10,000 teachers went to State House. How many teachers do we have in the country? More than 10,000. How many teachers do we have? Let's talk about the teachers that we have in urban, in Nairobi only. How many are they? They are more than 10,000. And then now include the teachers that are outside the country. Those ones that are in rural. Do you really think that all these things that they were promised, all of them are going to get them? Not even all of them. Do you really think that any of them is going to get all these things that they were promised? None of them is going to get them. Truth of the matter is, nobody is going to give these people affordable houses. Nobody is going to employ more than 100,000 teachers. Nobody is going to increase the salary of these people. Nobody is going to look at their health, the issue to do with the healthcare. Nobody. So these guys should stop lying to themselves. You should be focusing on how can our working condition, because you can't say that you want to increase workers in a place and the working condition of even those who are working there, the working condition of the few people that are there is unpleasant. They are working in an unconducive environment, and then you are saying that you are still going to employ more people to go and congest in that place. Let us stop lying to ourselves. These teachers should stop lying to themselves. They should know what is good and bad. You should stop lying to yourself. How many things have Ruto said that he's going to do and he has never done them? He promised students, I don't know which year, issue to do with the laptops. He has never given them. He has never given them out. And bado mnategemea kwamba all these things that he said that he's going to give is going to give. And I had the president saying that the good thing with somebody or to be surrounded with people that are more learned than you is that they work, unapata umaarufu. Are you seeing that idea? Like, so you will be working and then sifa itakuja kwangu. Ukiharibu, mimi ndio naharibiwa jina. That is exactly what he said. So right now, William Ruto is not the most learned person in the country. Remember, he said that he's the most learned person. Ameshinda mpaka kina Uhuru Kenyatta, mpaka kina Kibaki, of course. Yeye ako na PhD. So saizi Kithure Kindiki amesoma kumshinda. Saizi Kithure Kindiki is more learned than William Ruto. William Ruto mwenyewe ndiye anasema. Na yeye juzi ndiye alikuwa amesema kwamba yeye ndiye amesoma sana kuliko mtu yote hii Kenya. Like, is more educated than anybody in the government. Hey, bwana. This thing should stop. The second story, let me talk about the issue of I don't know whether I should put it that between the issue between Kalenjins and Kikuyu'S, I don't know. Or I don't know, I should just mention specific people, specific leaders, somebody like William Ruto, somebody like Oscar Sudi, people like Kibet. Why am I mentioning that? I remember at one point, there is a statement that was made by William Ruto. The president, before he became the president, he said that nobody has got a bigger problem with Kikuyu'S than them Kalenjins.
Mimi nauliza nyinyi, kama mko na shida na Wakikuyu, hamuko na shida na Wakikuyu kuliko sisi wa Kalenjin. Tuko na shida kubwa zaidi. Sawa sawa? Lakini ikifika mahali unatofautisha maneno, unaweka maneno ya tofauti za kijamii kando, unatafuta serikali kwanza, kwa sababu ile serikali itakusaidia kutatua matatizo ulio nayo. Lakini kama wewe unakwama mahali moja, unasema huyu simpendi na huyo hatoki Kenya, atakuwa hapo. Siku ya kupiga kura atapiga kura hata na yeye. Sasa wewe utafanya namna gani?
That is what he said. That I think he was talking to the people of Turkana. I don't know. That nyinyi hamna shida na Wakikuyu kama sisi wa Kalenjin. Lakini kile ambacho unapaswa kujua ama kufanya ni kwamba ukiwa na shida na mtu, tafuta uongozi. Na baada ya kutafuta uongozi, hiyo uongozi itakupa nafasi nzuri sana ya kudeal na yule mtu ambaye ulikuwa na shida naye. That statement was very heavy and has been very any moment I listen to that I remember that those sentiments that were those statements that were made by William Samoei Ruto. I come to think of why William Ruto right now doesn't want anybody within Mount Kenya to be around him like as leaders. That is why the impeachment is going on every now and then. People like Ndindi Nyoro are nowhere to be seen. People like Rigathi Gachagua, like people like Wamuchomba. You see, those people who maybe he thinks that are coming from Mount Kenya, that I've got ideas or maybe can make a change, and anajaribu kuondoa because he has a problem with them. Actually, it's not even him. It's not. Maybe I can just say that it is his personality. But ukijaribu kusikia jinsi ambavyo anazungumza, it's like all these problems, all these things that are happening because William Ruto feels insecure when he's being surrounded by Kikuyu'S. I don't know why he's thinking that he can be much comfortable na Wajaluo and like and Kikuyu'S. But one thing I know for sure is that kama huwezi kuwa comfortable na Wakikuyu, hawezi kuwa comfortable na Wajaluo. Let me tell you that because Luos are so funny. Luos are very funny. You know, I'm talking about this out of experience. I've worked with the Luos, and I've worked with I've worked with almost let me say I've worked with the 5 key tribes. I've worked with the Kikuyu'S, I've worked with Kambas, I've worked with Luos, I've worked with Kalenjins, I've worked with lawyers and Swahilis. Actually, I can tell you that the most interesting people to work with ni Waswahili. And then followed by Kikuyu'S. You know, one thing I love with the Kikuyu'S is that if they hate you, they hate you. They don't show. They don't hide. Like our feature. And if they love you, they love you. They don't hide anything. They don't hide anything. You know, Kikuyu'S and Luos are more like the same. Wakikuyu wakikuchukia, wamekuchukia. Na hawataficha. Watakuonesha tu. Yani utaona ishara. Utaona tu ishara ya kwamba hapa na hapo hawa watu ni kama like you see. If you can't work with the Kikuyu'S, then rest be assured that working with any other tribe is a very difficult thing that you can't even imagine. There is a statement that was made by Oscar Sudi.
Sikizeni, hii watu wa mlima. Mwaka wa 1992 ilikuwa kijana mdogo. Ilikuwa 11 years. Mwaka wa 1992, si ndio? Kule kwetu tulikuwa na Wakikuyu wengi sana kule kwetu. 1992 Wakikuyu about 40% walitoka kwa mashambani. Huyu wanaina ni witness wangu. 207 208 wote wakatoka. Kama maisikia nikisema kwa radio, kanda mnisikize. Hii maneno nyinyi kusema sisi watu wa Mlima ni ujinga ile mjayo unasuka. Nyinyi watu wa Mlima, nyinyi ni watu wa Kenya. Ukienda pembe zote ya Kenya hii, hauwezi kosa watu wa Mlima. Wakati walitoka 202 kwetu, cabbage ilipotea, nduma ilipotea, vitu mingi ilipotea. Na ile town hakuna mtu wa Mlima. Hiyo town haikuangi. Usikie niwaambie. Hata kasenta. Unajua kasenta mtu wa Mlima akiwa hapo mwingine atachoma sambusa, mwingine ataleta mutura, mwingine atafanya nini kidogo utaona amekuja amefungua supermarket, mwingine anafanya nini? Mtu asiwadanganye. Awaambie ati sisi watu wa Mlima. Ukienda Lodwar utapata watu wa Mlima. Ukienda Lamu utapata watu wa Mlima. Ukienda Kakamega utapata watu. Ukienda Vihiga kwa kina hawa. Pembe zote la Kenya hii, nyinyi mndangana mjiita wa Kenya. Kama kuna mtu anafaa kukemea ukabila ni nyinyi. Unasikia? Na mimi nawaomba tafadhali, Msijiweke kwa hiyo kona sisi watu wa mlima. Nyinyi si watu wa mlima, nyinyi ni watu wa Kenya. Unajua sasa zingine mimi naona kama mnagemea huyu ichungwa. Na sio mbali. Mtakuja kujua huyu ndio kiongozi mwenye anaangalia mbele. Sio mbali. Maneno yanakuja tu hivyo pole pole mtakuja kujua. So mimi nilikuwa nataka niwaambie tukiwa hapa sisi wote tuungane. Ya pili, niwaulize swali. Na hii swali mjibu. Waje kujifanya mnisikii. Hii serikali hii yenye iko sasa inaenda kutengeneza? Nyinyi ndio mnatengeneza? Sasa unajenga nyumba wakati imeisha, badala ukae ndani sasa uanze kusema lete nyama, lete hii. Unaanza tena kudanganya watu, hapana, tutafute ingine, tupige hii, tutafute ingine. Sasa wewe kichwa chako ni mzuri kweli? Badala ukae chini useme sasa hii nyumba sisi ndio tulijenga, hatutoki. Tunataka utuongezee hii, utuongezee ile, utuongezee. Unakuja kudanganya na mtu mmoja mwenye amefanya mistakes zake, hataka ati hapana tutafute ingine. Mtafute ingine inatoka wapi? Na tuende mahali msikie. Mnasikia? Si mimi nawaambia hapa Kikuyu. Wile Ruto aende mahali na tuende mahali. So mkae hapo na mfanya maneno hapo ndani. Hiyo kura itajaa. Na nyinyi ndio mtajaza. Na nyinyi ndio mtajaza. Sawa sawa. Mimi nimeshukuru sana. Nataka niseme tena kwa mama wetu mzazi, kwa sababu siku kuja wakati ya mzee nitakuwa nikitembea sasa. Nije kutembelea, nikuje nione unakaa namna gani. Sisi wote na watoto wako. Si ndio?
And that is why I started this second video by saying that it is either we can either say that the Kikuyu, the Kalenjins have got a problem with the Kikuyu'S, is a tribal thing or problem, conflict between two tribes, or the leaders themselves are the ones that are having problems. But then I don't think if this one is affecting any tribe, like it's not a tribal thing, because if you try to look at the majority of people that normally does businesses either in Rift Valleys and all that are Kikuyu'S. Kikuyu'S are all over the country, and rest be assured that I don't think if Kikuyu'S don't do business, sidhani kama kuna tribe nyingine inaweza fanya biashara vizuri kuliko Kikuyu'S. So whether you like it or not, they have to be there. Oscar Sudi is saying, and in fact Oscar Sudi is trying to threaten Kikuyu'S by telling them that you are in the government, you are already here. If you make a mistake of going out of this government, then you are on your own. I think that is what he's trying to say. And in fact he's saying that tuko hapa, we are going nowhere. Anajaribu kuambia kwamba we are going nowhere, we are here to stay. So there is nothing that you can do and there is nothing that you will do. It is either you be with us or you suffer forever. You know, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I ask myself this question, that I really don't know what is normally happening. I don't know why these leaders, they normally speak as if maybe everything is just fine. And let me say this, that this government has got three choices. Three things. Number one, it is either they accept the situation the way it is and say that, okay, let us serve these our 5 years, the 2 years that are remaining, and then we vacate the office. We vacate the office and then tuachie wengine wakuje waendelee. Or they continue doing these things that they are doing, and then Kenya goes the Nepal direction. Because there is no big difference between the Nepal Gen Zs and Kenyan Gen Zs. Hakuna tofauti. They're just the Gen Zs. In fact, what Nepal was doing, or what Nepal did, started in Kenya. Kenyans are the ones that showed the world the direction that this is the only way, that a government can be changed, or bad governance can be changed. It is only that now the problem that we had in this country is that the Gen Zs of Kenya were doing it like wanafanya leo, wanafanya next Tuesday. So there was no consistency. And like the Nepal was doing it like every day. It is something that was happening throughout. Hakuna siku yenye walikuwa wamepumzika wasema kwamba leo, you know, the moment ukiwa unapigana na mtu and then uende you retreat, unatulia kidogo, it's giving the other party time to reorganize, to rearrange themselves, and then so ukikuja they already know the tactic that you're using. But mkikuja tu mara moja mmiraid and then you don't rest, it brings a lot of confusion, and that is why ulipata kwamba most of the majority of leaders in Nepal, the ministers, the presidents, were flying away, they were running away because they didn't know the plan. But now this one of ours, it's, you know, we were resting, you know, tuna attack leo, tunakuja tunatulia. That is where I think that is where we went wrong. But in all, we didn't go wrong. Another thing is Kenya might also go at the France way. Of course, you all know what happened with France. So that's why I'm saying that the president has a choice. It is up to him. It is up to him to decide. I heard him saying that it is good to have a deputy president who is more learned than you, yet he normally claims that is the most learned person. Kuwa na PhD na kuwa president is not an easy thing. So it's like anajaribu kutuambia kwamba mara nyingine mara ko learned, mara nyingine hayuko learned. So we don't know his stand. But personally, one thing I know, or one thing I think that needs or should happen in this country is that the leaders themselves, everybody should understand this place. If we reach a point that leaders understands their place and do what is supposed to be done, then we won't be having all these chaos, all these problems that we are having every day. That is according to me. I don't think that what is happening right now should continue happening. Suppose these leaders want this country to change, then hii kitu ambayo inaendelea kila wakati should not continue. Because the more we are into this, the more these things continue happening, the more people are affected. You know, this thing happen. It is a high time we change the scenario. It is high time the scenario changes. It is high time the story changes. Now, the story can only change after the leaders have realized that what you've been doing is wrong. Na nilisikia Ruto pia akisema kwamba hajaipoteza kura tangia aanze kuchaguliwa. 1997 hakushindwa. Hizo kura zote hajaishindwa, so in 2027 ndio watu wanasema anaweza kashindwa, which is a lie. But I think he's lying to himself. William Ruto is completely lying to himself. In 2027 is going to be the first time that, in fact, is going to make a history. 2027 general election is really going to make a history. If the opposition composes themselves very well, let us be rest assured that if the opposition compose themselves very well, they're going to win the election. It only depends with who is going to be the flag bearer. And then also, you know, the Gen Zs are the majority. The Gen Zs are the millennials. The young generation are the majority. So if they decide to put their vote, to cast their votes in one basket, then I tell you, William Ruto atashindwa asubuhi na mapema. But the question is, who is it? Because saizi watu kila mtu anataka kuwa rais. Mara sijui Boniface Mwangi, mara sijui nani anataka kuwa rais. So it is chaos and confusion every now and then. But I think if things just work and somebody just composes himself very well, watu wamesema kwamba ni Gachagua, watu wakisema kwamba ni Matiang'i, watu wasema sijui Kalonzo, anybody that maybe people feel the opposition feels like huyu mtu atachaguliwa, and everybody decide that this is the direction that we are going. Na huyo ikuwe ni huyo mtu na William Ruto, I tell you, hata kama Ruto anasema kwamba ataiba kura, I don't think it will be very easy. It will not be very easy. It won't be very easy. After all, guys, that is just my thought, and that is all I have for now. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to drop me a comment. Tell me where you're watching this video from. Until we meet again, I have been your host, Boniface. Bingo.